Gentlemen, good evening. Hoping that you are doing well. I'm also fine, and I welcome you to our episode. And today we will focus once again in one man, former the 10th President, Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And my question is simple. What will Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka say come 2027? Of course, we are aware that there are a good number of principals who all need one position. Interestingly, Kalonzo Musyoka is the senior most man. He has to oversee the division of these positions. And remember, our constitution provides for one president at a time, and probably with his debut president. What will Kalonzo Musyoka say in any eventuality? Because it's not a must from his team that is the main person to be the presidential candidate. At the same time, he can't be the one because he has all it takes. But what I know, he is the most person who has been, he is the most experienced in terms of politics, because he has been there since 1985. But before we proceed, kindly, if you are joining us, subscribe, like our video, share, and give your comment. Contribute to this topic. What do you think Kalonzo Musyoka will say? Thank you, Sharon Raura. Can say you are saying that good job. Thank you so much. And Sharon, I've introduced our topic, and it is on Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. You know, we have Mother Karua, we have Eugene Boamarwa, we have Wamunyoro, that is the former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. We also have Fredo Kengo Matiang'i, we have Natembea, and we even have another young man from Western, the deputy party leader for DCP. I forget his name several times. Meaning that we having a constitution that provides for one president at a given time. What do we expect? Kalonzo Musyoka is the most experienced. Since 1985, he has been in politics. Kalonzo Musyoka has been giving hand. He has given to Raila Amolo Odinga. He has given to Mother Karua, and even offering to take positions like those of cabinet or prime cabinet secretaries, which exist on air. You know, those positions are provided by the executive order. They are not there in our constitution. So you can we can have a president who, or not to give that executive order to give you that position. And also he has been a running mate for Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We replay the second video this time. Kevin Kevin Okach says, can Kenyans trust Honorable Kalonzo experience? Can Kenyans trust Honorable Kalonzo's experience? I'll answer that, or I try to answer that, but in the meantime, even Kenyans alone can try to answer. Thank you, Duncan Odhiambo. What a lovely topic is. Indeed, it's a nice topic, and I request that we put some input to it. So, I'm asking, what will happen if Kalonzo Musyoka is given the second position or is not totally in the lineup? You know, politics is funny. Politics is funny. Courage, thank you so much. Welcome. Politics is funny. What will happen? I want to give my honest opinion so that it can enable you to step on them and give your contributions. One, if Kalonzo Musyoka is not in the parrot, there are several scenarios that may occur. One, he may be so much discouraged because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka alone believes that he is the most experienced person, and he has already experienced declared that he will contest for the 2027 general election, and he has also been mobilizing his home turf for his glory come 2027. So he will be so much discouraged. Another scenario that may happen, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka may agree to take those positions that he has been taking. He may decide, because I'm most experienced, because I've been ruined, you know, staying outside of the national politics without having a political office for more than 15 years is very dangerous to politicians, because they exhaust, they even go ahead of using their family resources in doing of the some of the political events. So since I'm so much exhausted, and probably I may not have the machineries, I can take either this position or the positions that I've been taking, either of a running mate, either of a cabinet secretary. He can go with, he can say, let it just be normal. And you remember that one reason as to why candidates like now Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka agrees to take these positions includes examination, a deep examination of what is ahead. Traversing the entire Republic of Kenya is not 1, 2, 3 to 4. It needs lots of financial resources. It needs lots of mobilization, which Kalonzo Musyoka has done, say, around for about 20 years, and this has probably consumed its resources. So that's why you may decide that I shall assist this one. Another option for Kalonzo Musyoka, you may decide to say, let me now sit at the park and watch this politics. Let me sit and watch. In other words, let me retire from this active politics and leave this team united, which is not easier for most politicians because they feel more secure when they are in politics, because in sometimes when you have some property and you are out of politics, sometimes you feel some you feel somehow threatened. uh, uh, Previous leaders have indicated that they joined the politics in order to protect their property. If you are joining us now, you can keep on subscribing, giving likes to our live discussion. You can share and give your comment. I can see Courage say hello, thank you so much. And if possible, as you post your comment, tell us where you are watching us from. Maybe if you are within the Republic or outside the Republic. Okaj, Kevin, Kalonzo have waited, have sacrificed. Now it is his turn. Kalonzo, this Kevin initially said, he did question, can people trust the Honorable Stephen Kalonzo? And now he has gone further to say that Kalonzo has been waiting, he has waited, he has sacrificed for others, that it is now time for other people to sacrifice for the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. Thank you, Okaj, and probably let us know where you are watching us from. Sharon, thank you, I see you back. Kalonzo is not a better candidate for president, in my opinion. Kalonzo can easily be compromised by the likes of Wamunyoro. Sharon, what do you mean that it can be compromised? To be compromised in what manner? Expound further so that we can watching from airport, North Road, Embakasi. Thank you. Thank you. So as we move forward, as Sharon will tell us how probably Kalonzo can be compromised by the likes of Wamunyoro, I'll just continue with my discussion. Another option for Kalonzo Musyoka, I've heard that one, Farouk Kibet could be looking for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, despite the fact that I tend to see where Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka finds it very difficult is working with the current regime. He will have worked with it a long time ago. Personally, I feel that if you tell Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to go home and rest, he will be rather comfortable than working with the current regime. Kalonzo Musyoka hates the current regime passionately, with passion. He cannot work. Though that's my opinion, he cannot work. They say that politicians do not have permanent enemies, but I've never seen whether Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is an enemy with the current regime, but he hates it. He doesn't want anything that comes out from this regime. Courage, Kalonzo is not a good mobilizer, and politics is about mobilizing. He is a good reader, but he should consider supporting Matiang'i. Courage, I see you are a supporter of Matiang'i. Where are you watching us from? Sharon, I agree with Courage. Sharon is from Embakasi North, North Road Airport. He agrees with the carriage. So those are your opinions. Actually, they are your opinions, and you are entitled to give your perceptions, your feelings, so long as you don't interfere with any other person, is right. Because we have, of course, to respect one another, but we have respecting one another does not mean we cannot keep check of our leaders. If they don't want to be discussed, they ought to do the honorable thing and resign. I saw during the national prayers, the breakfast prayer, one of the leaders did indicate that they are going to make sure they pass regulations to control the social media. One of the fears of such leaders is because they don't want to be discussed. And the honorable thing that you need to do when you don't want to be discussed, you come out of the public space. You go and do your private life, because you cannot control the resources of the people, but you don't want them to say anything about it. You want to steal, you want to eat, you want to do anything to say it's your turn to eat, but you don't want to give them time to discuss about you that you want them to have. You want them to have consent from you so that they can use your picture. How can a thief give you consent to use your picture? But so long as it's your representative, if such amendments are brought in the National Assembly, probably will be there to give our views. Sharon says, Kalonzo is a weakling, and that's why he cannot easily be. He can be easily compromised. Kalonzo is a weakling, and that is why he can be easily compromised. Okaj, watching from Utawara Embakasi, meaning that Kevin is probably a neighbor to Sharon. So if you are joining us now, kindly, we are focusing on one of our leaders, and in this channel we try to look at or to explain, given political behaviors, political phenomenon, we look at our various leaders, why they behave in a given manner. Why, for example, a leader may decide to abduct himself. Why, for example, a leader may decide to abduct others. Why, for example, a leader may decide to deny you a license to hold a public rally or to launch your political party, like the case of Wamunyoro, where he was denied the license or the permission to launch his party in Kasarani. So that is the essence. We try to make our people understand the different, we give different scenarios. We don't have one specific reason for that. We just give different scenarios. They could be likely it's because of this, because of that. So we don't have that specific answers, but from the answers we give you, all are taken into considerations by this political class. So we are looking at why these individuals, or why or what can Kalonzo say. Actually, we are looking at what can Kalonzo say of any verdict come 2027, what will he say? What will he tell his supporters? What will he say if he is not the one at the top? By that I mean, these political leaders, the opposition political leaders, will have difficult times in compromising to have one presidential candidate. The Kalonzo factor is not just a joke. He's a man who has been in politics for quite some time. He's a man who controls the entire region. I mean, if you go there trying to talk against him, it means you may find it so difficult, you as a politician, to navigate in politics. That is the eastern part of Kenya. Ukambani, Kitui, Machakos, Makueni. If you just try to bring your politics there, you are just declaring yourself unfit for re-election come 2027. That's why it's quick to condemn the member of parliament who did say that anyone who is talking against the top leadership from their area is free to talk, but his freedom ends when he finishes talking. So he was quick to condemn back because that is his area of jurisdiction, and politically that is. And that means the guy, the member of parliament, who was saying that probably this could mean the end of his political life, is probably looking for some sense to go and spend during his retirement. My man continued dissecting the political undertones in the state of Kenya so that Kenyans can get the direction politically. Thank you, Duncan Odhiambo. And let's continue together so that we make people make informed decisions. Let's speak what we know is true, and from the truth, let people make their informed decisions. If they decide to do otherwise, but they have the truth in them. They know, even if I'm doing this, then this is the wrong thing that I'm doing. The right thing should be this. So let's continue engaging one another day and day, so that by 2027 we will at least have informed our people in a very polite manner, in an informative way, entertaining manner, and each person has got that freedom of giving his opinions. I can see Odhiambo is also watching from Imara Daima. Does it mean there is no one who is from these other sides? It appears my people may be coming, or the viewers are mostly from Bob Owino's area. I hope even Bob Owino could be watching. Soon I will be talking of the young tax. Sirasia, Bob Owino, Lindi Nyoro, and those young women and their input. whether they are likely to lead the young Kenyans, the Gen Zs, in the next level, or whether they will just remain with the previous jackets. When I say of the previous jackets, you know what I mean. Whether they will continue hiding. Of course, the kazi kwa vijana is back. I think, to me, that one is good, because the essence of the Kenyan politics today is to take care of the larger population, which is made of the Gen Zs. Because even the Kalonzo Musyoka that we are talking about, he must make sure, if he is the one, that he fully takes care of these young people. If he doesn't take care of them, if he's given the powers and he does not take care of them, they will be there for him. Odhiambo says, I should find a way Pap Owino gets to follow this, given all that you have about Stephen, given all that you have about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. What is your opinion about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Yes. What is your opinion about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Okay, I think we have discussed much about this honorable man, what is likely to happen come 2027. And I don't want to exhaust our viewers so much, and I'll take this opportunity to thank you all for your participation, for your support, and I request, I also request you to subscribe if you are not a subscriber, to like our video, to give your comments, to share, and propose topics that you will wish us to discuss, because this month I will be going online 3 times a day. This month I will be going online 3 times a day, so that I can be able to interact with our viewers and understand what they actually need. From your comments, I will be able to understand what you need, and if possible, I will be able to answer one-on-one. I mean, we can exchange one-on-one any question before we call it a day and wait for the celebrations. I think let's say goodbye and have a pleasant night and a pleasant weekend ahead. Thank you so much.